There is a silence that only comes after a long storm, a peace that is felt most deeply by those who have known terrible suffering. The ancient prophet Isaiah speaks of such a time, a day of relief given by God to his people, freed from a cruel oppressor. The weapon they use to celebrate their freedom is not a sword but a song, a taunt, a poem that echoes across the ruins of an empire. But as we listen closely to its words, we realize this is no ordinary song about an ordinary king. The language soars, the imagery deepens, and we are drawn into a much older, much grander drama, a dialogue between the heights of heaven and the depths of the pit. The song begins by addressing the fallen king of Babylon, the archetype of human tyranny.
How the oppressor has come to an end, how his fury has ended. The Lord has broken the rod of the wicked. All the lands are at rest and at peace. They break into singing.
The very creation itself joins the chorus. The cedars of Lebanon, once cut down to build his palaces, now mock him.
Now that you have been laid low, no one comes to cut us down.
But the song doesn't stop at the grave. It follows the tyrant down into the realm of the dead, Sheol, where he receives the most chilling of welcomes.
You also have become weak, as we are. You have become like us.
The king who once clothed himself in purple is now covered in maggots and worms. His royal harps are silent, buried in the dust. This is the end of human pride, but the song is about to reveal the source of that pride. And then the poem takes a breathtaking leap. It transcends the earthly king and points to the spiritual power that animated him. It unveils a being of unimaginable beauty and light, who fell from grace long before any Babylonian king ever ruled. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. This is Lucifer, the light-bearer. And here Isaiah gives us the most intimate window into the heart of evil itself. It is a dialogue not with another, but with his own soul. It is the soliloquy of rebellion.
I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High.
5 times I will. The creature's desire to usurp the Creator, the desire to dethrone God and place himself at the center of all things. This is the primal sin. This is the engine of all tyranny, all oppression, all evil that has ever existed. It is the worship of self. But the poem does not linger on the rebellion. It immediately announces the consequence. The divine response is swift, absolute, and final. But you are brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit. The one who shook the earth now causes the dead to stare in astonishment.
Is this the man who made the world a wilderness, who overthrew its cities?
The prophecy then expands. God himself speaks not just against the king or the spirit behind him, but against the entire system of evil.
I will rise up against them. I will wipe out Babylon's name and survivors. I will turn her into a place for owls and into swampland. I will sweep her with the broom of destruction.
This is not a reactive punishment. It is the execution of a predetermined plan. The Lord declares his ultimate sovereignty.
Surely as I have planned, so it will be, and as I have purposed, so it will happen.
The prophecy, which started with a specific tyrant, ends with a universal truth. This is the plan determined for the whole world. This is the hand stretched out over all nations. And then the dialogue ends with the 2 most definitive questions in the universe, questions that echo into eternity and silence all opposition.
For the Lord Almighty has purposed, and who can thwart him? His hand is stretched out, and who can turn it back?
So what is the dialogue of Isaiah 14? It is the contrast between the defiant I will of the creature and the ultimate I will of the Creator. It is a warning that any pride, any system, any power that sets itself against the knowledge of God will share the same end, utter defeat and ruin. It is a song of comfort for the oppressed, assuring them that their suffering is seen and the reign of their oppressors is temporary. But most of all, it is a proclamation of hope. It declares that above the chaos of human history and the schemes of evil, there is a throne. And on that throne sits a God whose plans are unstoppable, whose purposes are sure, and whose victory is absolute. The morning star fell, but the Sun of Righteousness will rise with healing in its wings, for he has purposed it, and no one can turn it back.